Hi folks, and welcome to another one of my t-shirt home business videos. You probably noticed from the last video that my Style Hotronics has now disappeared. It's gone. I've actually sold that. I sold that to a chap in, I think it's near Preston, on the near the west coast of the UK, and I'm on the east coast of the UK, and he won that bid on eBay, and I actually said that I'd deliver it for him because it's about 150 miles. But that weekend I was going to Leeds anyway, so it was about 50 miles past Leeds. So I thought, well, I'm going that way, I might as well deliver it. So anyway, I took it to him basically, and he couldn't believe it. He's actually seen my videos on YouTube because in the advert I put on eBay for the heat press, he'd been watching my videos and he couldn't believe that he'd actually won my heat press. So I took it over to him, and the problems he was having again was with cheap heat presses. He had a nice little setup in a garage where he had the printers, he had the heat presses. He had two heat presses actually on the floor, which he had been using, which had been giving him, again, typical situation for cheap unbranded heat presses. Loads of trouble. And anyway, so we set my one up, and he sent me an email later on that day, and he couldn't believe the difference in the quality of the work. So the point I'm making there is if you're not going to buy a decent heat press right at the beginning because your budget might be tight, don't go out and get a cheap one. Wait until you've got enough money to buy a decent heat press. He got my Style Hotronics, as I said to you. They're still available now, that model which I sold to him. It's given me many years of service, and if you're buying a heat press, don't go for an unbranded name or a one you find for £100 or £200 from a supplier on eBay or whatever. They won't be doing the job. And he said one of the problems he was having was that it was okay for doing smaller items, but when you had to have an image across the whole of the lantern, the heat lantern, which is what I showed you in my What You Need to Know video, where I get my heat gun out, and all I will say to you there is, no one on YouTube has actually done that test on video before. So I was the first person to make people aware, using the infrared heat gun and showing them at different points on the heat plate how your heat press is performing even before you print the garment. So as you can see, my main problem was the Galaxy, which I've got, stands a lot taller when you go to reach the handle as compared to my other one. So I've actually had to, as you can see here, lower my work counter here because Sharon's a lot shorter than me, obviously, and she's the one who does most of the work on the t-shirt business. So as you can see, we just lowered our worktop there. We had a little bit of a jiggle about, and this works fine now. So we've got the heat press at a lower platform there, and we've still got our work table up here where we do our graphics and mugs printing as well, and that works fine for us. Now, a lot of people also ask me, how do the dark t-shirt transfers hold up after they've been washed a few times? Well, the first thing to realise is that with whether you're using vinyls, whether you're using transfer papers or any other media on a t-shirt, don't do it on a hot wash, or don't recommend to anyone it's on a hot wash. Always wash it on a cool wash, in other words 40 degrees or below. A lot of these new synthetic fibres that come out now, a lot of these new garments, for example, they recommend, I've just had a look at one here, for example. Where is it? We've just been given an order to do some t-shirts where the people bought their own garments, and this is a stretchy lycra type fabric. This is actually, yeah, this one's 100% polyester, and we've got to put some like logos or graphics on the front of these. But as you can see, it's a stretchy thing, so rather than use the standard flex, MDP flex, which I use for standard garments, they also do a stretchy one as well. It's roughly the same money, so you know we order in to suit because we get sort of next day delivery. So you can order 1 or 2 sheets at a time, sort of thing. So as I say, for these speciality garments, but if you actually read the washing labels on there, it tells you on there for these garments, for example, don't hot wash, wash at 30 degrees. It says on this one, hot iron on a cool setting, and don't tumble dry. So you've got no worries about your garment graphics going on here. And when you check the actual garment film, which we're going to be putting on this one, this is 160 degrees temperature, which it takes to put this on here, and it's ideal. You read, there's like a little data sheet they give you with all these different vinyls, for example, and it actually says that you can wash that garment, that vinyl, up to 60 degrees. So again, there wouldn't be a problem putting it on there because this is only recommended at 30 degrees washing anyway. So do check your labels before you just go randomly in and try and just attach a normal clothing vinyl to a speciality garment like this, because you may need to have one that caters for the stretch factor, and they do them vinyls. It's called stretch vinyl, depending on what company you go to. So that was that. So as I said, some people have been asking how the dark t-shirt transfers hold up the colours and everything, because they've washed them at 60 degrees and they notice that they possibly do start to fade. Well, as I said to you, everything will fade at that heat. What with today's super washing powders, they really do give a garment the right hammering. So that's why a lot of people now recommend on the cool wash, and a lot of these soap powders are able to shift pattern colours and everything at a cool wash anyway. So don't go using 60 degrees like you used to do in the old days. These modern powders are a lot more efficient now, and you can get away with cleaning them at a lower temperature. So just pulling these up, you might remember these ones that we printed about 2 months ago. I think it was a month or 2 months ago. Well, they're still looking good. This one is, well, they've both been worn on many occasions now by Sharon, and this is one which she's still wearing at the moment. She's using this as a nightgown one at the moment. But as you can see there, the colours are still lovely and vivid, and the transfers aren't cracked at all. They've held their colour. There's no sign of any running whatsoever. And this one, it's just come out of the washing basket. You might remember this one as well. And these have been washed about 10 times each in total. On a cool wash. What's it, Sharon? 40 degrees? Yeah, she's washing these at 40 degrees. And as you can see, look, there it is there. This one's a little bit wrinkled at the moment, but it's not been ironed. But I'll give a quick 5-second blast on it, look. And what we normally recommend is to iron them inside out. Oh, I'm just doing this quickly on the heat press, but and I'll do it this way. But you can see it's all wrinkled there. I'll just pull that down and give it a little quick blast, basically. I'm not even going to call this an iron, basically, but normally it will be ironed inside out. So anyway, that's only had a quick 5 seconds there. Just get rid of that. And as you can probably see there, there's the graphic, what we've done a month or so ago there. And as you can see, the colours are still lovely and vivid. There's no sign of any degradation of the colour. There's no peeling or cracking. This is vinyl, don't forget, up here. The writing's actually vinyl, and the centre image there is a t-shirt transfer for dark t-shirts on this one. So there you go. They do last. It's just a matter of you treating the items or the garments carefully. So anyway, what this video was about was basically, you don't necessarily have to print on just t-shirts. Now again, we've got a customer which we sold 250 t-shirts for just before, how long ago was that, Sharon? 3 months ago? About 3 months ago, and they was very, very pleased with that order. And they've come back now and they want some more garments printed. So this time they want hoodies. So we've gone out to our supplier. Again, we've got the hoodies. And what we're going to do is use the same logo and we place it on the hoodie. So, as I said to you, don't think that it's just t-shirts you can do. Your heat press is able to do many, many other things as well, and many different types of garments. So, hoodies is our next big seller, because, again, lots of people wear hoodies. So, these are, again, literally just a standard hoodie. There's nothing special at the end of the day. We get these delivered the next day. Sharon, do you want to come and press this? You know where the logo's going. So all we've basically done is gone to our craft cutter, which is our silhouette cameo. We've cut out the images, which we'd already stored in their own little folder in the Cameo silhouette software. So for this company, for example, they've got their own images. Everything's been sized for their t-shirt graphics. And what Sharon also does, she keeps a little logbook as well, where she puts the measurements in for where she places them on their t-shirts. Because let's say, for example, they ordered a batch of t-shirts, and 6 months later or even a year later they come back and said they wanted a new batch. We want the logo to go back into the same place. So Sharon, for each company, she just writes a little sheet of paper out where she knows exactly where she's placed the logo so that everything can be uniform. So just a little thing to pick up on there. If you start doing things the right way at the beginning, you'll develop a system, and that system then will see you through. Even if you're not doing many t-shirts, a lot of people when they start, they just sort of do one t-shirt, place a logo where they think it's in the middle, and then go sell that one off. And then someone might come back and say they want another one, and you think, oh, where did I put that? Was it too high, too low? So then if you record this stuff, keep everybody's folder file in a nice little folder, put their name for wherever it is, in case they come back and they want more. So that's just one thing to do right at the beginning when you're starting your t-shirt business. As you can see, Sharon's already had this. Well, what was the measurement, Sharon?
8 centimetres.
So she knows from the collar down, because we've done a few more hoodies before for these, she knows that she put the top of the logo at 8 centimetres down from the collar line. And that means that when they get this, if there is a line-up picture or whatever where they all, because we've got a photograph of everybody with their t-shirt on for this company, where everyone's standing there on our printed t-shirts, and if they're all at different heights, it doesn't look very professional, does it? So anyway, so she knows exactly where it's going, and we'll watch her measure this up. Look, I've done this many times. Well, so has she.
Spot on.
Spot on. She doesn't muck about, Sharon. Take the time to measure. That's all we're saying here. I see a lot of people on YouTube. I know they're only probably doing like little instructional videos, but they put it on and there's no measuring involved. But make sure that you're doing it for a customer. You measure. Right, what are you doing now, baby?
Put it under the heat press.
So this is a standard white clothing vinyl, and we've got this temperature set at 160 degrees on the heat press. And this is going to press for how long, Sharon?
20 seconds.
This is a 20-second blast, so that's what we're going to do now. So Sharon's going to do this. Now we've still got it set up, the pressure for t-shirt. So what Sharon will do is she'll just feel the pressure of the thing, the handle, and wind the knob out. See, she's feeling the pressure, the tension on the arm. And there she goes. So we're now counting down. Right, and there we go. So this is a cold pill product again, as you know. So Sharon's just going to take it off the planturn. So as I say, this is a cold pill product, this one. And she's just going to go on straight away and do the next one. See, because we've got the pull-out tray on this one, Sharon can actually pull it out and measure on the planturn. That's the benefit of having the pull-out tray on this one. So what I will say as well, just before we've put these on there, Sharon has actually pre-pressed these garments to get any moisture out. So that's one thing you need to do as well. This is where the old quick slip protector actually benefits, because what we're finding, because we haven't got the quick slip protector on this new press, I've still got to buy one yet, is that the corners tend to, as we're dragging it along, the corners tend to pick up the rubber. So, you know, I know we've got the sheet on there, but it's just nice to have the quick slip protector on there. It makes life so much easier. So while Sharon's doing that one, the timer's already on. She's just going to pull this off now. Lovely cold pill product. And there you go. Absolutely fantastic there. Clothing vinyl there. And there we go. There's another one done. Right, so there you go. Just a little update video there for you on a little heat pressing business. Now we've modified our table there. A little show you there about the Dark Trees t-shirt transfers and how they hold up. Make sure you put in your adverts, if you're selling your t-shirts on eBay, just put a little disclaimer in there that these garments should be washed on a cool wash, preferably 40 degrees or below, and also they want ironing inside out. So that's what I recommend there for you if you're selling t-shirts with any sort of decorative, whether it be the little diamante studs you can get on there. Just if you put that little disclaimer in your advert, then that keeps you in the clear. Okay then, thanks very much, hope you enjoyed this little video. We'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.